What up, people? Today I will be explaining what are the best classes to buy with your Robux. Okay, now as an owner of all of the Game Passes, which is kind of cringe, but as an owner of all of them, personally, from my experience, the best ones to invest based on your budget. I mean, it honestly depends. Okay, let's go one by one. Civilian for 50 Robux. Honestly, I mean, to be honest, civilian doesn't make you that much money. I mean, sure, spending little coins on it. I mean, it's nice, not having to spend coins, but honestly, you don't really need civilian. It is like dirt cheap to buy, first of all. You make almost no money off of it. I mean, making $2,000 off a shop in like an hour, not really worth it. You can make much more money. Janitor, I mean, if you want the Game Pass to troll players, because the only thing fun about Janitor really is throwing those like gas bombs. And then Hunter, honestly, Hunter is worth it just because of the fact they can form leather. I mean, you make 100 coins off one leather sold. That's a pretty good investment. Blacksmith. Okay, this depends on the player because blacksmith is considered one of the most boring classes of all time, but also known as one of the best grinding classes of all time. So it honestly depends on your budget and what you're looking to do in this game. But for blacksmith, I'd give it like, possibly maybe like towards the end. Doctor. Now, doctor's a reasonable investment, You could main doctor, you could play it. It's honestly somewhat enjoyable depending on your playstyle. So that it's a pretty decent investment. Merchant now. This is where like the big game passes come in. Okay. Merchant, I mean, if you enjoy like economics, selling stuff, buying stuff, doing all the math for that, it is your stuff. Okay. I'd honestly invest just because, it's a pretty fun class. But overall, I would not spend 400 Robux on this when you could use your coins and get more money off of it if you don't die. Footman, worth it completely. It's one of the cheaper military classes. You still get good value off of it thanks to its skill tree. You get stamina boosts, you get damage boosts. It's an overall good class. Engineer, good class as well. I'd buy it as well. It's one of the cheaper sides of military classes, and honestly, it's a good investment from like personal experience. I forgot to mention that engineers are the ones who are able to build ladders and walls and siege towers. So honestly, this could sway your decision on what class to buy. But honestly, engineer is a good quality class if you want it. Sergeant. Now, this is a low costly, 650 Robux. That's like, what, $5, $6, $7, something like that? I mean, overall, Sergeant is the best military class. So if you love fighting, like just straight up fighting, like nothing else. If you were on a budget, I'd go Footman. But if you can, I'd go Sergeant. Just because Sergeant is so focused on fighting, and with the 20% extra damage, plus its skill tree allowing you to do a 10% damage boost, I'd honestly do Sergeant. Jester, I mean, no. For 750 Robux, I would not. I'd just use your coins. I mean, unless you want the badge in the Discord for like the blue badge for having all the game passes, there's really no reason to have Jester. Thief, I mean, Thief is honestly a questionable investment just because it's like a personality class, For 750 Robux, like almost $10 just to like troll around. It really depends on your playstyle, but I'd personally not buy it. I forgot to mention about the Thief skill tree that recently came out a couple months ago, where you can now disguise as other players, change your username, and steal from like shops. And honestly, the skill tree for this class has been a major improvement for the Thief. This may help with your opinion on a thief class, on like investing in it, but honestly, you don't make that much money off thief, and it's more like a trolling class overall. I mean, you can make major money if you kill someone on the bounty board, which is part of the skill tree, but that's only if another player puts a huge bounty on another player. And that is a rare occurrence, as not many players have that high bounties in game. Ambassador, no way. Absolutely not. 750 Robux for a class that doesn't even have a skill tree yet. There's absolutely no way you want to buy this. Unless you want the badge, of course. Warden, I mean, for 1,300 Robux, I mean, just because the skill tree came out and it's kind of costly to play with coins, it honestly depends on how willing you are to spend Robux. But this is one of the first classes I bought when I first joined, and I never played this class ever again. I bought this class like maybe 2 years ago, and I still don't play this class at all. So, I mean, you have to be really committed. And the thing is, only one player can play as a warden, so it's hard to get warden in the first place. So, I honestly wouldn't invest. General, I mean, if you want to be able to spawn in on flags and help your team by resetting your character and spawning there, then sure, I'd spend 2,000 Robux on it. But otherwise, it's honestly not worth it. I mean, 10% damage boost, okay, but there's no skill tree. And with 2,000 Robux, you can buy a sergeant and like a couple other classes. General is honestly not worth it at all. Okay, now we are moving on to the double bank storage. Honestly, great investment. You can hold double your items, for example. Without it, you can only hold one musket at a time per like 9 slots. But with double, you can hold 2 per like 1 slot in the 9 slots. It's honestly a good investment. Private server admin, I mean, no, not really worth it at all. To be honest, you could find someone else who has that game pass and just ask for a mod in theirs. Like, you know, do what you need to do in a private server. And overall, I don't think you should invest in private server admin. It's not worth it at all. If you find a concern in this video or have other suggestions or comments or questions about this video, just comment down below or message me on Discord in the community server for Empire Clash. I'll have that linked in the description, and you can find me at Fox Astridge. I will come and reach out and help you whenever I'm active. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.